McCarthy Insurance Group, serving the community for over 70 years. For home, farm, motor, life, health and business insurance, log on to mig.ie or free phone 1800 50 11 11. Probably your best call in 2024. Charles McCarthy Insurance is trading as McCarthy Insurance Group, is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Travel Saturday with Sarah and Ed on Ireland's Classic Hits Radio.
With Visit New Jersey. From sky to shore, from sun to snow, with winning historic cities.
See visitnj.org.
The travel expert Sarah Slattery and travel journalist Ed Finn in studio, the multi-award winning, as he likes me to say.
Lovely.
Ed Finn. I don't know why I do this, Sarah, because he keeps saying he got me wine when he was in Bilbao, and I'm yet to see it. Anyway, we're talking today about Lisbon. Do they do wine as well?
They do, the odd drop, yeah.
Did you buy any?
Amazing wines, yeah. I have a few for you. Listen, I'm going to have to bring the car in next week.
It'd be embarrassing if you arrive in next week without that. You'll have to buy it if you've drank it all.
Yeah,
how many hints do you have to drop, Sarah?
All right, I'll nearly bring it in the next
wine and salt. I have a few bags of salt for you as well from Bilbao. Great stuff, guys. Lisbon, yeah, absolutely. A place Sarah and myself love very much, and it's hugely popular with the Irish as well. But isn't it a fabulous city, Sarah?
Gorgeous. Absolutely love it. I was there years ago. I think we were staying in one of the beach resorts, Cascais. We went in for the day and I thought it was lovely. But when I actually stayed there for 3 or 4 nights and I got into the old town and the Fado bars and the amazing restaurants, I really, really like it. There's just so much. It's so cheap, first of all, for a capital city. Like, amazing value. And loads of flights. You have a choice of 3 flights from Ryanair, Aer Lingus and TAP Air Portugal, year round. So great value in the winter as a city break. So it definitely is accessible for most people, price-wise. But there's just so much to do there. You've got, obviously, the great sites, the historical sites, the castle. But you've also got, like, Sintra, which is absolutely... Did you go to Sintra?
Beautiful.
Oh,
it's like something out of it's like palaces and all this art beautiful ornate work and stuff.
God.
Yeah, it's stunning.
It's this UNESCO World Heritage site with Penna Palace, which is on the outskirts. And, you know, you don't, like when I looked at
Estoril, lovely as well.
There's just so much. You've got Belém. You could literally spend days going to see everything. But I suppose most of the beauty is probably as well from Lisbon is just in the heart of the old town, isn't it?
It's stunning. And one thing I would say to people, there's a lot of cities do cards, right? You know, like Lisbon card, whatever. But the Lisbon card is really good because, in fact, you can go to Sintra on the Lisbon card. I mean, it covers all public transport, huge reductions and discounts on museums. A lot of the museums don't even charge. Tram 28E is the famous iconic one that you'll see, that yellow one. And there's the funiculars there as well. But loads of cruise ships go in there, of course, too. But I mean, I stayed in the Editry Hotel, which was a former convent, and it was a train station at one stage, and it was all themed like that down by the port. But again, it was beautiful, right? And what I loved about it was, you said the architecture is amazing, the bars, the food, but the beaches. Just hop on a ferry over to Caparica and you have a 38-kilometre beach. So Lisbon is actually, a beach destination as well, even though it's just literally where all the locals go. And you have your sardines and your bottle of Mateus Rosé for a tenner. And happy bit of salad as well. I had a bit of happy days, like gorgeous. But Costa Caparica, like fabulous. And it's literally just like the outskirts of Lisbon. And as I said, beautiful beaches, great water for swimming, really clean, all those lovely bars along the beach. You know, you can have the lunches and it's really lovely. So you can do the whole sun holiday as well there.
Would you see many kind of stag parties and hens there?
I didn't see many now when I was there.
I can't remember. It's just funny now to say that. I don't remember. I mean, I think I saw a few. It's hard because it's a big city, I suppose, really, in a way. But I'm sure it probably is a great destination because it's very popular in terms of it's like the prices of, drinks and stuff would be a lot less than would be here. So I guess, probably you would. I can't remember. Oh, you know what I did see? You know those things that you sit on and you cycle, those awful yokes that you take about 2 hours to go like a metre and they're all singing, like they should be banned. Like they are desperate jokes.
We need to send him on a
I saw one of those
mission
there once. But you see, Lisbon is up and down on the hills. You'd be put into a hospital if you were on one of those, wouldn't you? Because it's quite
very hilly.
Yeah,
very hilly.
But that's charming, you see, as well, because so you have to, like, when you work out the trams with your Lisbon card, you can go everywhere, but like go up and down on the trams because you'd be exhausted carrying your shopping home.
The trams are really popular and they're gorgeous. They're that iconic picture you see of Lisbon. But
beautiful. beautiful. The wooden seats and everything, gorgeous.
They are gorgeous. They're the real old trams, but they can be really busy. So, we were there with the kids the last time, so we got a tuk-tuk tour, and it was absolutely brilliant way to go around. And it's great as well, I'd say, if you have an elderly person, because it is totally uneven. It's, you know, the ground, it's very hilly. But the tuk-tuk was brilliant. He brought us to all the hot spots. And I actually do tuk-tuk tours in lots of cities when we go. It's really handy with the kids. It's
I'd feel awful doing that.
I know, they're not.
The poor person trying to carry me around.
They're motorised. Yeah, I know,
like
they're
not.
No, it's not like Thailand or somewhere.
Yeah, the one thing you have to try when you're there, by the way, is a bifana. Now, a bifana is a traditional Lisbon, like Portuguese sandwich. Now, it's a heart attack on a plate. So, you know, you order it. Have you tried it? It's like about 6 different meats, cheese. I thought it was a bit of a joke when I saw it first, right? But they love this. Now, the custard tarts are just amazing.
Nice. Yeah.
But I remember like having breakfast in a beautiful place. I stayed in Selena's, you know, the kind of nomadic place, Selena's Secret Garden, and just across from it, $2.50 for your coffee, beautiful coffee there as well, and your little cakes and pastries, like so cheap. But the bifana, try that just for the laugh, right? Because you won't believe it'll take you about 2 days to eat it. But it's got layers of cheese, meats and stuff, and sauces. But I've never seen it anywhere else. But it's only there that you'll get it.
You won't need to eat for a week.
No, like it's massive. Yeah. It's like a double club sandwich or something crazy. Bifana.
Do you know where else people should go, think, on the food train, is the Time Out Market.
Oh,
Lisbon
God,
was
yes.
Amazing. Lisbon was the first place the first city to have the Time Out Market. That's where it originated. I know there are lots of cities around the world now, but it's just for anyone who doesn't know what they are. They're like this massive, big food court. It's like filling up the point with like 40 different restaurants and 8 different bars. But it's really top quality food. So you've got everything from like American donuts to Portuguese, you know, specialities.
Yeah, everything.
So if you've someone in your family who says there's nothing here, just like just walk away.
No, they've like the ice cream, the Asian, and
everything,
oyster bars. Everything. It's absolutely phenomenal,
and it's a really good place to go. You know, when you've arrived, you've flown somewhere, and you've got that whole kind of, you don't know whether you're hungry or not hungry, or eating on the plane, and it's a brilliant place to go. It's right in the centre. Great place for the first day you arrive to get your bearings. Everybody gets fed. Everybody's happy. You'll get a table because it's huge. I think it's a great place for the first day. But like the food is really good as well. They're like from really top quality restaurants in there.
Exactly,
and they have to hold a specific standard. And if they don't, they're turfed out.
They're gone.
So it's none of this like, you know.
Yeah, and everywhere you go, you'll see the little fried fish and the bacalao, of course. You know, the salted cod is huge. That goes way back. That's one of their other traditional dishes as well, which is actually very good. But you're right, the Time Out Market, the old Mercado, the old market there, the flower market, absolutely gorgeous as well. It's, you know, again, the food is a huge part of it, but that market, the Time Out, is
that's fantastic.
Brilliant.
And there's another really cool place called LX Factory. I don't know if you went there.
Oh, yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's like it's just on the outskirts, but like it's a couple of euro in a taxi or a tram. You could go on the tram.
Yeah.
But it's this whole industrial, it was like all these warehouses from years ago that were changed into restaurants and bars, and there's a little bit of a market there as well, but it's really kind of funky. They've kind of kept the whole industrial vibes. You've kind of got, you know, pieces of old kind of warehouse stuck in with modern restaurants. It's actually a real cool sort of place to visit. Great for lunch or dinner, and it's also on the way to Belém, so you could combine the two.
Yeah, and the great thing there, the boat trip, by the way, there's a yellow taxi boat trip. It's about €15 and you get on it at the port and it goes all around under the bridge. You know the famous Christ the King, the Almada. Like in Brazil, they have the big Christ the King statue as well, and you sail underneath by that and you go all up to Belém and you can hop on, hop off that yellow taxi. Again, the card is very good. That's brilliant. I loved that, right? And it's a really handy thing to do. And, you know, you've like an hour and a half, and as I said, you can hop on, hop off. That place you mentioned there is another big electrical plant that they refurbished and made that into all sort of artisan shops and things. So that was brilliant. Again, like the value is so good there, isn't it? Like boats, all trams, you can try everything when you're there. It's really good.
And it's really good, you know, just like it's a great place to go with kids as well. I said that tuk-tuk tour is a handy one. One of the best or one of the biggest aquariums in Europe is there. The aquarium is insane. Like, it's really, really good. There's a cable car down beside it as well.
And the Web Summit is there, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That was down here, there.
Paddy Cosgrave's place. Yeah. So, I mean, that was, that you've loads of Irish people there that actually moved over. There's huge amount of sort of digital nomad stuff going on, and really great for that as well. But that's a big one.
If you were going to Lisbon, guys, how long would you recommend going for?
I'd say 3 nights would be ideal.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely.
But you could, if you got one of those early morning flights out and a late flight back, you could probably do 2 nights, 3 days. You could see a lot. But if you want to go out to Sintra, you really want to allow a day for Sintra, I think. I think Sintra's spectacular.
It is unbelievable, and it's unique. It's like there's nothing really like it. And Cascais is great as well. I mean, that's only 30 minutes on the train. Again, a lovely day, lovely little old town there as well. A load of people stay there for, I mean, you know yourself, it's a big holiday place. So, I mean, I would say definitely if you could do 3 or 4 nights, but I mean, I'd go for a week or 10 days.
You see, 3 nights if you just want the city break. But if you want to do a beach day or you want to do a Sintra day, you could kind of add on. Planning is key, I suppose, because there really is so much to do there. But it has kind of, I know, like, I'm kind of always going on about Lisbon, but it kind of has it all. It has the old town, it has the beach side, it has amazing restaurants, and it's cheap. And actually, you mentioned cruises earlier. For anyone who's stopping on a cruise, the cruise literally stops right in the centre. Like, you literally walk off the ship and you're there. So all of the top things to do in Lisbon, you can actually do them all. Well, not all of them, but you can do a lot of them from the cruise. You can just walk off and see it. Okay. So it's very accessible as well for that.
Great. Highly recommended. Ed Finn and Sarah Slattery, thanks so much for coming in.
Obrigado.
Check out
Obrigado.
Lisbon.
Travel Saturday with Sarah and Ed on Ireland's Classic Hits Radio.
With Visit New Jersey. From sky to shore, from sun to snow. With winning historic cities.
See visitnj.org.